Hey everybody, it's time to play some more Path of Exile, where we've had our first death on hardcore mode, as our poor shadow broken figure has died at the hands of a siren, where magically I didn't realize while playing that she could town portal out mid-fight, Diablo 2 style, and heal up. So that was a preventable death, but a death nonetheless. So while he survives on in the default league, we shall go forward with Templar time, as we take Broken Humanity up from level 1 to try and see what we can do next. So let's play. As we start out from the beginning with our Templar, we have another caster hybrid just kind of on the other side here. And we immediately start off with... well, let's just go ahead and finish this opening sequence where we get a scepter. Good to know. And then our poor friend is going to get eaten. We're all dead. Yep, and here's a hungry corpse. I get to beat down, and I get...
even death gives no solace in this tortured land.
Thanks, Scarface, for saying you sharded. That was truly necessary. But... and our first gem is Glacial Hammer, which is a cold melee attack. And we're just going to go ahead and drop that in our mace, because... that's good to have. 50% physical damage converted to cold damage, and 15% chance of freeze, and 35 increased chill duration. So, useful, like having things that don't move around. So before we move, let's talk about the Templar a little bit. Like I said, whereas before the Shadow is kind of our dexterity, intelligence hybrid, this time we have a strength intelligence hybrid. And what this does, essentially, is this class is pretty tanky. You get a lot of health nodes early. You get some spell abilities, especially early. In fact, this is another mana-hungry class, and we're going to get the 40% increased mana regen rate almost immediately. And then strength, 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 strength. And then as you move around here, you can see there's some stuff for shields, there's some nodes for weapons, so pretty much right around here is your goal is to bash faces in, use magic as needed, and kind of defense up. We are going to try and work towards this shield block stuff eventually, but I think the first goal here is going to be just to make it through Act 1. We were close last time. I would have made it, but with every play is going to come a little more knowledge, and knowledge is key in hardcore mode. I don't mind dying at all, which is exciting because that could come pretty quickly. So there's our hammer. You see already we're having a hell of a time actually hitting somebody. And we have dumped a bunch of our mana just in trying to kill these drowned. So maybe, just maybe, I can... oh, we got some skips here. And we have someone who died at position 15 on the ladder. I wonder if it was because of that kind of skip. Of course, I could die very easily here, just at position God knows what. And it's nice that they give different indications of who dies where on the ladder. I think that's an appropriate use of it. So let's see, we only really need one Driftwood Scepter, and that's nice, 10% increase in elemental damage. I think the game's trying to tell us something. The Templar does have some good early access to elemental damage as well. So if we can get some things that'll do, that are modified by strength, modified by, let's get back to hammering you guys. But if we can get some things that are modified by strength and modified by elemental damage, it's going to be kind of where this guy's niche is. So, get some armor. Now, if you're not familiar with sort of the brief little snippet of a story for Templar, I guess he got screwed by his brotherhood and sent over here, but I don't know, he just in a way reminds me of the Pilgrim's Progress a little bit. Well, we gotta make sure we don't get killed immediately. That's a lot of range damage I'm taking. But it reminds me of the Pilgrim's Progress in that you have one guy who's just going down a path no matter what crap's thrown at him, and he just keeps going. Maybe gets a little help on the way from his friends. I can sort of see that with this guy too. So let's see here. Chest. So we get a tower shield and a red plate vest. So that'll help. And rusted sword's not going to do a lot, but it can get us a scrap. So here's... Oh, hillock. Okay, so we're getting some interesting jumps. It must be some peak time somewhere, as I think we just got critted and lost half of our life. So I think the first challenge here is going to be, can I hit you? Am I going to run out of mana just missing? I don't know the answer to that one. I mean, if my Templar can't kill the first boss in the game, this will be a very short run. It's got to run. Okay, we have done some pretty good damage. There we go.
My god has no need for my company just yet.
That's a nice, depressing way to look at it. So we get some more items to sell. Not too keen on the energy shield this time. Oh, realm restart in 15 minutes. We're rebooting the servers to apply further fixes to crashes and disconnects. This downtime will be less than 1 minute. Thanks for your patience. This should avoid crashes at peak time. So that explains the jumping a little bit. Poor ladder position person who died. But like I said before, and if it isn't clear enough to you if you're watching this video, this is in beta, and beta, as they say, is a place where this kind of stuff will happen. Now, my characters will survive whenever they go to the full rendition, but let's go to Lion Eyes Watch again. But that does mean stuff like this is going to happen, and all you can really do is roll with it and play with it. So we will see how far we can progress. I'll take a quick pause to make sure that we don't get bad things happening while the servers die, or not die, but get rebooted.
Welcome to our home away from home.
So, talk to you guys again. Medicine chest quest. We're still having the fun latency issues here. Thanks, Bestel.
There's an island. A horse.
So we're going for islands. Yeah, we're getting some severe jumpiness.
Fine work with Hillock.
So we get our first quest reward at least. Ground Slam, Ice Nova, or Spark. Interesting choices. Because I like the ability to chill a lot around me. I think that's going to be some good crowd control. Because, I mean, Ground Slam slams with their weapon, creating a wave which travels forward and damages enemies and increased chance to stun. Only works with staves or maces. So, it's your attack AoE or spell AoE for Ice Nova. Let's go with Ground Slam. Let's be different. I'll just put it and use this plate vest. So like I said, I'm going to try and do a lot of the purchasing stuff and the town stuff off camera, unless that's something you all want to see a little more of. But you can see right here the just trying to equip some things. It's a little slower than I'd like, but I'll make it work. There we go. So our first skill, like I said, is going to go into mana regen. Because as you saw, we need mana. And Ground Slam, we can just go ahead and put you on R. I don't know if this is a skill we're going to be keeping, but it's one we'll be rolling with for now. So any other useful items.
Still alive, are we?
Let's at least sell our garbage. Just kind of dropping everything around. And we get 1 scroll of wisdom out of that. Alright, we didn't get a lot of rare magical drops from our friend Hillick, as sometimes you are intend to do. But maybe, okay, we've got some armor boots. What kind of gloves can we get? Okay, we don't have 2. Oh, we have 5 scrolls of wisdom. We're not doing too bad. So we're gonna go with a little bit of life regen, just to try and help me out. I know it's 2 scrolls early, and maybe I should just stick with what I can buy, but as I said last time, it's hardcore mode. If you don't buy the stuff now, you might be like my other guy and just not have a chance to ever get it later. So, flasks are something we will pick up, so I'm not too concerned with that. Rings or something we'll pick up, so I was wondering if maybe there's anything early, like a bunch of life. Oh, that's buying an orb. So we can buy something for increased physical damage or increased energy shield. I'm going to lay off with that for now. I've seen some people talk about making a wand Templar, and that's interesting. I imagine that's more spell focused, but considering we got an item like this that's helpful, really that was one of the items that I liked, that I picked up before from our last shadow. So these are kind of, since we put some stuff in the stash, we've got some items we can use, maybe tweak our guy a little bit, see what he doesn't die with. So we're going to be getting a server restart, but let's at least see what's out here, because what's the worst that can happen? I die and have to do the opening quest again?
My nightmares, they were prophecy.
That's foreboding. So we'll at least go and smash a few skulls, because it's going to be a few minutes anyway before they restart, I think. Oh, no time to like the present to try. So what does ground slam look like? Oh, it's nice. So it leaves some stuff on the ground that hurts people maybe. Ooh, I am getting crowded out though. And I'm already enjoying the extra mana regen.
My mana is spent.
So, green plate vest. I'm already almost leveled glacial hammer. I mean, I'll want to, if I can get my regen going well enough, it'd be great to just be able to use some skills instead of relying solely on my basic attack, but the feeling this guy's going to be very mana hungry, so we're just going to kill and kill. Like I said, this is a brief introduction. See the nice afternoon shadow as we kill things on the beach and can see things approach. And in fact, with the jumpiness here, I may just go ahead and play, and when I pick back up, since we've seen some of this quest before, we'll pick up probably the medicine, I almost called it medicine cabinet quest again, but the medicine chest quest at the side island to start with, because you've seen me play through some of this stuff before. I know some of you may be interested in the preliminaries, but I don't know how many of you want to sit and watch me slug through this every time. So after hopefully not dying here, we'll probably call this a recording for now, and we'll pick it up once we got a little more stability in the game client, because that's beta. So, see you next time.